Robert Mitchum, born Robert Charles Durr. Mitchum, on August 6, 1917, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, experienced a challenging childhood that shaped his resilience and character. His father, a railroad worker, passed away when Robert was only 2, leaving his mother to care for 3 children during the difficult years of the Great Depression. From an early age, he displayed a restless spirit, exploring the country and taking odd jobs to help his family. As a teenager, Mitchum worked in a variety of roles, including boxing and laboring on chain gangs, experiences that instilled a toughness and authenticity that would later become hallmarks of his acting career. These formative years also revealed his contemplative side, as he explored poetry and writing, hinting at a thoughtful, introspective personality beneath his rugged exterior, a combination that would define the man and actor he became. Adventures of youth. Mitchum's teenage years were marked by exploration and adventure, often on the move across the United States. He hopped freight trains, sought odd jobs, and faced life's unpredictability with courage and curiosity. These experiences not only strengthened his resilience, but also gave him a first-hand understanding of human struggle and perseverance. During this time, he briefly worked as a ghostwriter for astrologer Carol Ryder, demonstrating an early interest in storytelling and creative expression. This mix of physical hardship and intellectual curiosity shaped Mitchum's ability to embody layered, believable characters later on screen. It also reflected a unique philosophy: observing life closely, living fully, and expressing truth in whatever work he pursued. These youthful adventures, though far from glamorous, laid the foundation for an actor whose presence felt real and grounded in human experience. Hollywood beginnings. Mitchum's entry into Hollywood was almost serendipitous. He began with small parts in westerns and minor film roles during the early 1940s, gradually attracting attention with his natural charisma and screen presence. By 1945, he earned his first significant recognition with a role in The Story of G. Wee Joe, which brought an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and established him as a serious talent. His early success reflected not just talent, but also the depth of life experience he brought to each role. Casting directors were drawn to his quiet intensity and effortless toughness, qualities that set him apart from many contemporaries. These initial years in Hollywood allowed Mitchum to explore his craft, experiment with different characters, and develop the understated style that would make him iconic in the film noir genre. Rise as a film noir icon. By the late 1940s, Mitchum became a defining presence in film noir, starring in classics such as Out of the Past, 1947, and Crossfire, 1947. His deep voice, half-lidded eyes, and unhurried delivery made him a master of subtle expression, conveying more in silence than many actors could with dialogue. He gravitated toward morally complex characters, often men torn between good and evil, which resonated with audiences and added a layer of realism uncommon at the time. Unlike actors who sought to portray flawless heroes, Mitchum embraced the flaws, ambiguities, and contradictions that made his characters compelling and relatable. His performances during this era showcased a combination of charm, toughness, and introspection, cementing his place as one of Hollywood's most magnetic leading men. Versatility. Across genres. Although closely associated with noir, Mitchum's talent spanned multiple genres. He delivered unforgettable performances in war films, westerns, romantic dramas, and thrillers. In The Night of the Hunter, 1955, he famously played the chilling Reverend Harry Powell, a complex character who combined menace with charm, demonstrating Mitchum's rare ability to balance intensity and subtlety. He continued to impress audiences with roles in Heaven Knows, Mr. Allison, 1957, The Sundowners, 1960, and Cape Fear, 1962, proving his capacity for both heroic and villainous roles. This versatility reflected his deep understanding of human nature and his commitment to portraying characters honestly. Mitchum's ability to adapt across genres while maintaining authenticity made him a respected and enduring figure in the industry, admired by peers and audiences alike for his effortless skill. Personal life and love. In 1933, Mitchum met Dorothy Spence, who would become his lifelong partner. Their meeting at a small swimming hole in Camden, Delaware, sparked a connection that quickly grew into a lasting romance. Despite their youth, they maintained a serious relationship through years of separation when Mitchum moved to California to pursue work. Dorothy's loyalty and intelligence complemented Mitchum's adventurous and restless spirit, grounding him through early struggles. The couple married on March 16, 1940, in a simple, intimate ceremony, reflecting their shared values of love and commitment. Dorothy's unwavering support provided Mitchum with a stable foundation as his career evolved, allowing him to navigate Hollywood's challenges while raising a family with patience, humor, and partnership. Family and legacy. Together, Robert and Dorothy Mitchum raised 3 children, James, Christopher, and Patrine. Both James, born 1941, and Christopher, born 1943, followed their father into acting, carrying forward the family's cinematic legacy. Patrine, born 1952, pursued writing, documenting her father's life and experiences in Hollywood. Mitchum's devotion to family reflected a deep commitment beyond the screen. He balanced professional ambition with personal integrity, ensuring that his children grew up in a nurturing environment despite the demands of stardom. His legacy extended beyond his films, encompassing the love, guidance, and stability he provided to his family, demonstrating that his greatest achievements were as much about relationships as performances. Professional philosophy. Mitchum was known for his authenticity, patience, and respect for colleagues. He valued professionalism and treated everyone, from castmates to crew members, with consistent respect. He preferred subtle, instinctive performances to theatrical exaggeration, believing that restraint conveyed truth more effectively. Mitchum's approach reflected his life experiences and thoughtful nature, observing closely, responding honestly, and trusting intuition. This philosophy extended to his choice of roles, favoring depth and realism over superficial glamour. He built his reputation on integrity, quietly commanding respect while avoiding the distractions of ego and pretense. Working with peers. While Mitchum admired authenticity in others, he also had strong opinions about fellow actors whose approach he found less grounded. Among all his colleagues, George Peppard stood out as someone whose attitude Mitchum found difficult. The tension between them was never violent or public, but rather a reflection of their philosophical and artistic differences. Mitchum valued effortlessness and sincerity, while he saw Peppard's style as more calculated and performative. Mitchum's ability to maintain professionalism despite personal opinions highlighted his maturity and self-awareness, demonstrating that true respect for others was central to his worldview. In the later decades of his career, Mitchum continued to deliver nuanced performances, working with younger actors and directors while exploring mature, complex roles. Films like Ryan's Daughter, 1970, Farewell, My Lovely, 1975, and The Friends of Eddie Coyle, 1973, showcased his enduring skill, subtlety, and charisma. On television, he captivated audiences in acclaimed miniseries such as The Winds of War, 1983, and War and Remembrance, 1988. Even as he aged, Mitchum's presence remained magnetic, marked by quiet intensity and emotional depth. His ability to evolve with the industry while staying true to his principles ensured that his work remained respected and admired across generations, securing his place as a cinematic legend. Final years and legacy. A lifelong smoker, Robert Mitchum passed away peacefully in his sleep on July 1st, 1997, at his home in Santa Barbara, California, due to complications from lung disease. He left behind a career spanning more than half a century, defined by authenticity, versatility, and subtle power. Mitchum's enduring legacy lies not only in his memorable performances, but also in the integrity and groundedness he brought to his life and work. Loved by family, respected by colleagues, and admired by audiences worldwide, Mitchum embodied the qualities of a true original: resilient, introspective, and unmistakably genuine. A man whose presence on screen and in life left a lasting impression that continues to inspire.